We advise you to be careful while getting
Roma
off the train.
Ortygia, you can hop off here to get the underground, the metro in Rome. Here we are on the shuttle bus to the MSC Divina, which is about 1 kilometre away. But I'm glad we didn't try to walk, because the ship was at least 7 to 8 kilometres from the train station. We are at the MSC Divina. We're about to take off for Syracuse, Sicily. Here we are walking on the MSC Divina, off on our little week's excursion. Taste of what's to come. Here we are at Civitavecchia. In a couple of hours we take off for Syracuse. Walking along the deck of the MSC Divina before it embarks. We thought we'd explore some of the ship while we're waiting for our luggage to come on board before we go down to our room. This ship does a circuit, so it's almost always full. It picks up and drops off at every port. This was the quietest we've seen the ship the entire trip. These steps were amazing. They appeared to have little LEDs in them, but there could have been crystals refracting the light. I'm not sure, but they were beautiful. And this is the ship a couple of hours later when we took off from port.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, once again, good afternoon. Welcome to the pool deck. Welcome on board of the MSC Divina. We are your entertainment team. So, damas y caballeros, otra vez, ciao, Civitavecchia, bienvenidos otra vez a bordo del MSC Musica. Tutto, Alexa! And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the big boss, il capo grande del mini club. Facciamo un applauso from Argentina, desde Argentina, Sofia! Sofia Lorenzo. Ancora una volta, signore e signori, il mini club si trova al ponte.
The port of Civitavecchia just before we embarked. The ship is underway. This cruise, there was a lot of nationalities on it, but it was predominantly Italian and Spanish, and they did know how to party. Well, we arrived next morning. We're off the coast of Sicilia. The first look at Syracuse from up on deck.
The first one will be the sacrifice in the altar. Then we go to the quad.
This is the entrance into Neopolis. This is the altar of Huron. It's 199.7 metres long and 22.57 metres wide. Only the foundations are left. Most of the stone was excavated during the 15th century for the Spanish fortifications. There are two theories how this sacrificial altar was used. One that the 450 to 600 bulls were sacrificed on the altar, the other that they were sacrificed in the courtyard and the parts were carried up to the altar. No one knows the exact details of any of the structures in the Neopolis because there's no records. We're walking down to the grotto in the Ear of Dionysius. We're heading into the Neopolis, which is the archaeological site, down towards the Ear of Dionysius. You can hear the acoustics already from the Ear of Dionysius, even from way outside. This area is called the Toma del Paradiso. The Ear of Dionysius was a prison that was carved out of limestone with chisels. You can see all the chisel strokes on the wall. It is 23 metres tall and 65 metres deep. That is the steps going up to where the toilets used to be. looking across the Greek theatre. It was built between 600 and 700 BC. No one really knows for sure. It is still used today for theatre, concerts and all sorts of performances. It has perfect acoustics. The theatre is a perfect blend of old and new. This aqueduct has been running for 2,600 to 2,700 years. The little two-storey hut on the left used to be a guard tower. They look out to sea and they could see if there were ships coming. Walking past the remains of the altar, you can see the big pit. There used to be a huge statue in the middle. Coming up to the Roman arena, called the Teatro Romano di Siracusa. You can see what's left of this place now. The walls around this must have been impressive. It was 16 metres high above the ground level where it is now above the trees. In the centre there you see those two posts. There used to be a little platform on those and the gladiators would stand on them and knock the other one into the hole. Then it'd be thumbs up or thumbs down to see whether they would live or not. The hole was filled with water, of course. You can see up the far end we go past later where the arena entrance is, where the gladiators would have come into the ring. This would have been one very impressive structure when it was built all those years ago. The guide reckoned it would have rivaled the Colosseum in Rome. You can see the entrance here where the gladiators would have came down the steps into the arena. As I said before, all the stones from this area was removed for other structures. It was built for the Spanish fortification. At this point the guide brought us back to the ship on the bus and we're off on our walking tour around Syracuse. You see that massive stone wall, perfectly camouflaged by the trees. They've done a beautiful job. Smelt very fishy here. I guess it was the oyster beds. Our guide grew up here. He said when he was young he used to jump off this wall into the ocean. This is the Fountain of Dianna. Interesting, it is a freshwater source and it's only 6 meters from the ocean on the other side of that walkway. Heading up towards Cathedral Square in Ortygia. Coming into Cathedral Square, and up ahead on the right is the Duomo of Siracusa, or the Cathedral of Syracuse. Interesting here, both the buildings built here were built on top of foundations from an older building.
It was over there we can see the place.
These are very old foundations. I don't know who she was. She was there to be noticed. She had her own film crew with her. Heading back down through these amazing little streets back towards the cruise ship. This very beautiful walk. Teatro. Oh, there she goes again. Well, they weren't all completely crowded. There were some that was very quiet. Back down the bottom now, not far from the wharf. back on the ship for dinner, and then a night of entertainment. The entertainment coming up was so amazing. We were here for hours. I've only saved a couple of minutes for the video. There must be some type of Italian or Spanish line dancing, they all knew it. All this dance is making me hungry. This is a type of tour bus that'll take you out to Neopolis. And this one will take you around the city centre if that's all you have time to see. I hope you can join us for the next part of our cruise to Malta, to Valletta. I hope you've enjoyed this video.